The story of Quan Thanh de Quan. In the ancient land of Ji Chao, there was a military ruler who was arrogant, daring to destroy the temples of gods. The Jade Emperor was angry and ordered that it not rain for 3 years. From then on, the people suffered and their lives suffered. In this area there is a large salt lake. Next to the lake there is a Zen temple with an old monk who plays chess very well and has never lost to any country. One day, a good man passed by and offered to take the exam with him. Unexpectedly, he lost all 3 games of chess. The good man asked, "What is causing the master not to concentrate on playing chess?" The monk replied, "I have been practicing at this temple for decades, but I have never seen people suffer like this. All these disasters are caused by drought, seeing people starve to death and fight for their lives." The old man was so heartbroken when he snatched food from each other. When he was playing chess, he was still thinking about sentient beings, so he couldn't concentrate. At this time, the other person spoke up and said, "I am the Dragon King of this region." The Jade Emperor ordered no rain, but the evil tyrants took advantage of this opportunity to affect innocent living beings. I see this, it's very painful, but there is no other way. Arriving there, the monk knelt down and begged the Dragon King to give him rain. Otherwise the people would suffer greatly. At this time, the Dragon King was moved. "Okay, I will go back to heaven to make rain. But I have a big request." The monk helped. When the rain stopped, the master brought a large bucket to the lake. When the water turned red, he filled the bucket and brought it back to the temple, leaving it for exactly 108 days. One day, in the Ji Chao area, it rained like a waterfall. People were happy and thanked the gods for their blessings. The old monk remembered his promise to her. He waited for the water to turn red, then scooped up a bucket and brought it home, covered it, and left it at the temple. Exactly 108 days later, a white, alert child emerged from the barrel. The old monk immediately knew that this was the Dragon King who disobeyed heaven's orders and was punished, and that red water was his dragon's blood. Because he saw that the Dragon King could revive, the monk named the child Trong Sin. Trong Sin later grew up and took the name Quan Vu. He had a straightforward temperament and was a good man. One time, when he saw the military oppressing the people, he went to help and accidentally beat a soldier to death. Quan Vu was pursued. He ran into the forest, but the soldiers still chased him. A woman sitting on the porch chased him in and told him to hit his nose until it bled and rub the blood on his face. She cut her hair and stuck it on his face, who from afar looked like an old man with a long beard and a red face with a fever, so they left. Unexpectedly, the red color of blood seeped onto his face and his skin naturally turned red. The fake beard stuck to his face and became a real beard. Just as he wanted to thank the woman for her generous help, she disappeared. In fact, that girl was the incarnation of Guan Yin Bodhisattva. She knew that Quan Vu would later do great deeds and help all people, so she saved his life. Later, Quan Kong ranked first among the 5 tiger generals of the country of Shu. His victories were almost unmatched. Later, he lost the battle with Tun Qian and died. Legend has it that after Tun Qian defeated Quan Vu, he held a banquet to welcome the army. When he poured wine, Lamang jumped up and shouted, "Do that guy with the green face and red beard and those rats know who I am?" Then they Lu pushed Tun Qian down, then sat down on Qian's chair and shouted, "I am Han Tho Din, the Marquis of Quan Van Trong." Tun Qian was terrified and knelt down. Lamang vomited blood and died on the spot. Again, when Dong Go offered Guan Yu's head to Cao Cao, as soon as Cao Cao saw Guan Yu's head, he mocked, "Long time no see, is Van Trong still strong?" Immediately, Guan Yu's eyes widened, his beard and hair stood up. Cao Cao was frightened and fell down, then fell ill. The Cao family was forced to make a wooden doll to put Guan Yu's head on and then bury him, personally performing the ceremony in front of the grave. Later, Guan Yu also repeatedly warned Liu Bei in dreams, telling his big brother to avenge himself, and appears in many places to demand his head. Legend has it that the monk Fa Tin at Nok Tuyen Mountain in the middle of the night heard shouting, "Give me your head back." The monk saw a martial general with a red face and a long beard, riding a red dog, with his attendants on both sides. Fa Tin said, "Cause first, effect later." Now the general was harmed by Lamang and asked for his head back. Then before, Nian Luang, Van Su along with 6 generals in 5 passes were beheaded by the general, and how many times have they been beheaded? If another general dies at the hands of a general, where will he claim his head? Van Trong was enlightened, and from then on, his soul no longer appeared. Confucianism. In Chinese history, Guan Yu was a famous general with a profound influence on posterity. Feudal rulers considered him a symbol of loyalty, bravery, martial arts, and the spirit of forget oneself for the country. The Chinese people's worship of Guanggang was pushed to its peak in the Qing dynasty. When Guan Yu became the head of the gods in Confucianism, his position was considered more important than that of Confucius. Buddha teacher. Great Master Fa Tin then explained Buddhism to Quan Vu, causing Guan Yu to be ashamed and asked to be taught the 3 refuges and 5 precepts, to become a Buddhist disciple and vow to be his Dharma protector. Later, the heroic figure admired by the Chinese people, Quan Van Trong, became Jia Lam Bodhisattva, along with Vida Bodhisattva, the 2 great protectors of Buddhism. Taoism. Quan Thanh Di Quan, or also known as Quan Di, originally one of the 4 martial Dharma protectors of Taoism. Today's Taoist beliefs mainly worship Quan Kong as a god of wealth. According to this religion's beliefs, Guan De is the god who treats diseases, eliminates ears, eliminates demons, eliminates evil, punishes rebellion, and patrols the underworld. In addition, merchants believed that when Quan Kong was alive, he was very good at financial management, so they worshipped him to support business. Because of his uprightness and chivalry, the police, in China, worshipped him as the founder of the profession, and perhaps because of his discriminating public-private personality and full brotherhood, the gangster community also respected him as one guardian spirit. In addition, because when he was poor, he used to sell tofu, so the tofu sellers also worshipped him. Nowadays, people choose the ceremony of Quan Thanh de Quan as the day he became a saint and took refuge in the 3 jewels on June 24. Lunar calendar. When the Chinese migrated to southern Vietnam, they brought the belief of worshipping Quan Thanh, and the Vietnamese also from there worshipped Quan Thanh de Quan. In families, the male homeowner often worships him as a protective god called lifesaver. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.